I expressed my concern about what was happening in Canada.
Doesn't look good.
Well, I read Carney's book, Values. I read it twice, and I understood it. And Carney says in that book, well, he says he's an advocate of centralized planning, ESG. He was a huge ESG advocate. He organized many large corporations to go down this central planning governance route because the market wasn't pricing everything properly. And so central planners had to step in. And BlackRock and Vanguard and places like that were big parts of that. Don't know if they were directly affected by Carney, but it's the same thing. And they've stepped away from that. And he's a big DEI advocate. And he's also a net zero advocate. And Carney says in his book, this is a good example of this, and I think also a good example of this kind of narcissism that we talked about earlier. Every single financial decision that every individual or organization makes has to prioritize decarbonization above all else. Or else, and there will be many, he doesn't say casualties, but he implies that, there'll be many who pay a price along the way, but it's necessary, because you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. And then he says 75% of the world's fossil fuels have to stay in the ground. And this is who Canadians are seriously thinking about electing, right?
Why does he say the fossil fuels have to stay in the ground?
Too much carbon.
The real problem with that is the same problem with the COVID narrative, is that they don't allow any dissent. They don't allow any data that conflicts with the narrative. And they don't want to look at any possible, both of them are complicated.